Hey, fellow mamas. Welcome to the Military Mamas podcast.
We're your hosts, Allison and Tara.
We are both moms who celebrate and support women who balance the demands of military service with the joys and challenges of motherhood.
This is a space for military moms to connect, share tips and stories, and inspire each other. Now let's get started with today's episode.
Hey, so we were just talking about how there's like no direction when it comes to finding out you're pregnant in the military. There's not that much advertisement that goes into what to do. And in the Marine Corps specifically, there's not that many females, especially moms who are willing to share their story and help other people out. And so today we just wanted to talk about, what do you do when you find out you're pregnant? What's the first steps you need to do when you're in the military? And so I guess from the get-go it's important that you take at-home pregnancy tests. Yeah. So if you think you're pregnant or you missed your period or whatever it is, definitely take a couple of pregnancy tests. And Tara had a good point of taking them on different days. So that way you know, yep, I'm definitely pregnant. It's not just today's or whatever.
Or you don't have like a false positive or something like that.
Right. I know some people also try to do like 2 different brands or 3 different brands. Totally up to you, but definitely get your at-home pregnancy test done so that way you have more of a direction of, okay, I think I am like actually pregnant. So the first thing you're probably going to do is you can tell your chain of command or you can wait, but you can go to medical. And so you basically tell them that, hey, I would like to get put in a referral to get a pregnancy test done. Mm-hmm. And so they'll put in that referral for you. For me, it was the same day. It was actually like 10 minutes after I said that conversation. I did a urinalysis thing where you just pee in a cup. Some places do like a blood draw. I guess it just depends on the facility. But I did a pee in the cup, and like 2 days later in my patient portal, it was like, no, pregnant. And you have to do this regardless because the military isn't just going to trust your word that you're pregnant. They have to verify like, okay, yeah, you're pregnant. According to our test, you are pregnant. So,
and it's for your benefit because certain things come along with becoming pregnant, like a limited duty status. Like obviously we're still just talking about the Marine Corps, but limited duty status, it alerts your chain of command so they don't like schedule you for an upcoming range or for a gas chamber or for a deployment or for maybe a long-term TAD or FAP or something like that. Not saying that in a way of some people think like, oh, you got pregnant to get out of something. That is not what it is.
You can waive it if you want and go on deployments, but just know like the prenatal care might be different where you're going or not at all. And so if you choose to waive that, I think that's on you. But there was somebody here that I had heard she had like twins, and she ended up going on to deployment while she was pregnant. Like she came back to deliver and everything, but part of her pregnancy for a long time, I think she was on a boat.
Oh.
So I don't know what type of care is there, but I'm sure it's a lot different than being, stateside and everything. So I think you can. It's probably super, super not advised.
It's for your benefit and to alert your chain of command and to establish care and all of that stuff because as if you've had a kid before, there's like certain milestones and certain weeks that you have to have certain appointments. And so you want to make sure that you're getting checked out by medical. They are confirming your pregnancy. It's still like, when you're going to medical, it's still private. So they will give you documentation to take to your chain of command that will outline what orders that they're following, like what Marine Corps order reference, and all of these things for the regulations for your chain of command to follow and for you to follow also.
Right. And so I think this is around the time when people notify their chain of command. I am an over communicator, so I did tell them, hey, I'm going to go to medical to do a pregnancy test. But if you didn't want to share that right off the bat, in case you were worried that you weren't going to be pregnant, and that might have been an awkward conversation, you could definitely wait till you got that positive pregnancy test from medical. I don't know how each branch does it, but I know you do have up to a certain amount of days to tell your chain of command. So that way it does give you a little bit of privacy, and it does give you some time to kind of, I guess, prepare how you want to tell your command. And I guess a lot of the high risk of like if you're going to lose the baby, a lot of the times that happens on the early side of the pregnancy. So that kind of gives you more time to deal with that privately. If, like you never have to even tell somebody. And so that's
because it is a lot. There's a lot going on. Like you're excited, you're scared, it's everything all at once. So sometimes it might just be something that you and your significant other might want to share together before you're sharing to everybody else. I know I think a lot of people wait till like 12 weeks along.
Yeah, that second trimester.
Yeah, to where they hit that, and it's like, all right, you know, we might be in the clear for just about everything. Like, let's do our announcements or let's do something else. So, where I don't know the exact time frame, I think it is 12 weeks, but you have up to that amount of time to alert your chain of command. But just know that it is for your benefit, for them to know. So.
Yeah, because I think it's around 8 or 10 weeks of like gestation, your baby starts to develop hearing, and so going on the range can actually be super detrimental to your baby, because you're able to put ear pro in on the range, but your baby in your belly is not able to do that. And so, yes, going to the range or missing the range might seem kind of sucky, or like, oh, I could do it. I'm only like 8 weeks. Like I don't even have a belly yet, and it's like, yes, but your baby can hear things now, and all that noise is not going to be good. So stuff like that, especially the gas chamber, I think that kind of self-explains itself.
Yeah.
But like those things are really for your benefit. And honestly, if anybody's trying to give you a hard time for looking out for you and your baby, you can tell them to kick rocks.
I think it's 18 weeks when they develop hearing.
Oh, is it?
In the yeah. I think because that's when I think it's when their ears start to develop. Again, not a doctor, don't know, but
there's a mark for sure.
But I think I Googled that at one point in my pregnancy because I was going to be an RSO or something.
Oh, okay.
But it is still like
whatever the week is.
It's whatever. Additionally, it's whatever risk that you're willing to take on. So definitely speak to a doctor about it. Definitely like talk to medical, talk to your chain of command. Again, over communication is better than not having the communication, so that everybody's on the same page.
And you're LIMDU the whole time. It's not like you're LIMDU from 8 weeks on. Like you are LIMDU the whole time. That once you get that notification of pregnancy and it gets uploaded to your portal, like you are LIMDU and you are LIMDU. So you're exempt from a lot of things. You're not exempt from duty as long as you're not carrying a weapon. So that's probably the only thing you're not exempt from. But so yeah, look into your duty. That's probably the one thing that might change a little bit, whether you have to stand duty or not at what week. Just look into that, because that might change for you. Next, I would say after you have your notification of pregnancy, you already told your command. The next thing we would harp on is really stress the process for getting your maternity uniforms.
Yes.
This process can take a long time, and I've heard stories of people like, I got my maternity uniforms like 2 months before I gave birth, and it's like, well, what good did that do? So definitely start this, even if you're not ready to get your uniforms on. You can get through the process, and we'll elaborate more on this on a special episode, but basically you can start the process, have the paper you need that says, hey, I am going to get these uniforms, and then hold on to that and wait to go get measured for your uniforms until you are a little bit further along, so that way they get you a more guesstimated size. And so let's say you do all the hard work, the paperwork, the process, your first trimester, cool, you hold on to that paper to your second trimester, or until you start to show enough where you're like, okay, I want to get measured now and kind of base my stuff off of this. Then you can go in, because once you have the paperwork, the rest from there is a little bit quicker. You're just waiting on alterations and getting the actual uniform.
Don't procrastinate, because by the time, like, if they're backed up or something, or if they're taking it, or if they lose the uniforms or something like that, then you have to go through the process again. Like, you don't want to be caught up in like having to hair tie your button to the loop.
I feel like you came straight at me for that. I literally did that. It was covered though. It was covered. My blouse covered it. But.
Yeah, but you don't want to be in that situation, because it's uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. The second that you get that kangaroo pouch and the cami bottoms,
they are so comfy.
God, it's so much better.
So comfortable. That and a sweat top.
Yes. It's so much more comfortable.
Yes.
Now, camis in and of themselves are not fucking comfortable. So just remember, at the end of the day, like, one, you're growing, and you're going to be bigger than you've ever been.
And you're still in uniform at the end of the day.
And you still have to wear your uniform. But just understand, like, keep stressing your chain of command, like where you're at in your pregnancy. If anything happens, like, I know some women can get heat rashes or whatever. Like, if it's, I've thankfully been pregnant in like fall and winter season, so I just get to bulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more, like, give me stretchy pants and a hoodie all day long. But in the summer, hot.
Right.
And you still have to be within standards as far as like maintaining your appearance, for like hair and all of that, and you know, rolling your sleeves and doing all of that. I mean, the camis for the maternity camis don't have a pocket on the side, so it is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But they do have like buttons on the sides where you can give more room.
On your blouse.
Room to grow on your blouse. So there is benefits to having those, but at the end of the day, they are camis and they are uncomfortable. So that's one thing you kind of just got to power through.
But once you get through that paperwork process, I think that's the longest part for me. That's what it was. But don't forget, your camis are still going to need name tapes. And so do keep that in mind. Like you said, if they're backed up. But anyway, after you kind of focus on that, the biggest thing is next.
Oh, and you don't have to pay for them. You are going to your supply. You're getting the paperwork. They're outlining exactly what you rate based on the order.
Yeah.
And then you're taking that to the exchange, and then you're getting, and we'll go into this in another video, but you're not paying for your uniforms out of your own pocket. You are paying for your name tapes though. So that's the only thing that's not covered is, and I think it's different for enlisted and officer. I don't think officer uniforms are covered, so you do have to pay for those out of pocket. But enlisted, you are covered.
Right. Either way, just start whatever process it is, because it does take longer, especially, and I think with a lot of government things, especially because we don't pay for them, like, and there's so many too, like there's so many people, and I feel like so many people are pregnant right now.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the PX, I'm like, she's pregnant.
Well, I feel like when you are pregnant or when you've been pregnant before, you notice pregnant women. Because before I was pregnant, I didn't notice people that, but now that I've been pregnant or when I was pregnant, I was just like, oh, you're knocked up. I love it.
Yeah,
babies.
Seriously.
Like, yes.
It was great. So, when I went to like this course, there was the 4 of us girls, and I was the only one not pregnant. And I was like, wow.
What's in the water that I'm not drinking?
No, but I was like, I am jealous of you. But anyway, that brings us to our next thing. From there, you really just want to start getting information. Whether this is your first kid or your 4th, there's so much information about just being a pregnant service member or just being like a pregnant service member spouse. And so definitely get informed on what classes you could be doing, what benefits you've got, or just generic things of, okay, what's my birth plan going to be? What do I want this to look like? What's a birth plan? What hospital do I want to go to?
Yeah.
Do I want to do any medication? Just start planning, because
how far along you are, what appointments do you need next? Is it your anatomy scan? Is it your gestational diabetes test? Like, all of those things happen at different milestones in your pregnancy, and just really educating yourself and knowing what's coming next is really beneficial. And there's a lot of resources that you can find that have like week by week, this is what you can expect. This is how big your baby is. These are the questions you should be asking.
The What to Expect app is really great.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
And they give you updates about your body, but also baby, and then they'll give you a bunch of categories to choose from. You can do fruit, or you can do like sport. I always did sports, and so it's like, oh, my baby's the size of a cornhole bag today. You know, like you can do that, and that's really
like
nice.
Disney characters. There's one that's like Disney characters.
One of them is so out of pocket. It's like a bag of popcorn, and I'm like, that's weird.
Like my bag of popcorn, like the big one, or are we talking like the miniature 100-calorie?
Right.
There's a difference.
I don't know. I think everybody just likes the fruit because it's kind of like, oh, I know what like a banana looks like.
Yeah.
But
and if you're having twins, it gives you like different ones if you're having twins.
Right.
Which God bless.
It's so nice.
Twins.
Yeah. When I had Esme, I forgot to tell my app that I had the baby, and so it had me as like 48 weeks pregnant, and it's like, you should probably consider seeing a doctor. And I'm like, oh, she's born.
You should have thought by now.
Yeah. She's like,
you need to
at
ask
this
a
point,
question.
your baby's 15 pounds. I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, oh, my bad. And like, it'll remind you like, hey, this is a good time to count your kicks. And so like, I was getting those literally up until like 2 months ago. Like my 4-month-old born baby, count your kicks. Like I keep telling myself I need to turn that off, and I never do. So
I will say, if it wasn't for the app on the second one, I wouldn't have known how many weeks pregnant I was. Like with my first, I was like, oh, I'm 15 weeks pregnant. This is so exciting.
2 days.
Yeah. With my second, I was like, I'm pregnant. I think I got like, I'm halfway. And how many weeks are you? I'm like, just a second, let me check. Like, let me pull my app up because I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think you're just too busy being a mom for your first one that you don't have as much time to sit there and like, I'm gonna research for 2 hours straight about babies. It's like, I have to go home, do laundry, take bath time, bedtime routine.
We gotta make dinner. Dogs need to be fed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So things just change.
A lot.
So, and that's the thing too, is if you have a baby already, start making those adjustments and like mentally of like, okay, we're gonna have a baby. How is our bath time routine gonna change? How is our nighttime routine gonna change?
Yeah.
What are we doing for breakfast? You know what I mean? All those things are really great. Derek and I actually, like, we're kind of over the top. So with our first, we were like...
Crunchy parents?
Yeah. We literally practiced getting the car seat out of the car. Like, before she was even born, we practiced that shit. Like, I don't want to hit her head or shake her. So we really practiced getting the car seat in and out, and like go time of how we're stacking the car, like loading things up because we had to take the dogs and all that. And so like, we're just very like, I think it's me really. I kind of drive a lot of this in our household. But if you're into that, maybe do some of that. And I know a lot of people did like freezing meals. I did that.
Oh yeah,
so good. I made a couple of batches of soup. Like I made some like stew, and then I went to Panera because I freaking love Panera, and I got some soup from them and I just froze it. So good, because we don't have family or anything, and so like those first like 2 weeks when you're at home trying to figure out how to freaking change a baby without messing up the dried umbilical cord, you're like, I'm not making dinner. He's like, I'm not making dinner. I'm like, well, I don't want to go get pizza again because I feel gross. Yeah. We had that yesterday.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, let's just go microwave the soup that you made a month ago. And soup is just really good too when you're postpartum because it has so many nutrients in it. And so I really, really recommend that. I know a lot of people have like meal planning parties. I think that's what I want to do when I have like more kids, because after you have your first, baby showers kind of feel weird, but you can have meal prepping like parties.
You can still have a baby shower if you want.
Yeah. I don't know if I would. I feel like I would just feel weird about it, because it's like, especially if you end up having like the same gender, you're like, I already have everything.
Yeah. So. I mean, I don't know. I didn't do a registry for my second one, and only because I was like, well, I kind of have everything I need, and sometimes people buy you like the ugliest.
Yeah,
you know
clothes,
what I mean? And it's like, oh wow, and you have to like kind of fake excited, like, oh, isn't it so cute?
And it's like the ugliest pony you've ever seen that says mommy's angel.
Yeah, it's like, oh god. Yeah. Like unicorns that we don't know the gender.
I hate those.
Like we waited, that's another reason, like we waited to find out the gender until birth, and so pretty much everything that people were buying us was very gender neutral.
Yeah, that's good.
Which was also really cool because girl or boy, it could work. Yeah. But yeah, we did save all of our shit, so like the next time around. But I mean, knowing that, we're gonna do another episode on what to do or what to put on your registry and like
who got you?
Yeah, different things for that. But I will say, maybe in your second time around, maybe you know exactly what you want for you. Maybe you know what kind of nursing bras work, and you want another set, because nursing bras are like $45. And it's so expensive. Yeah. And you know, or maybe you just want like maternity clothes or something, and you go on Amazon, you're like, you know what, I like this the shirt, maternity shirt on Amazon, like put it on my registry. Exactly. Because people don't really think like, oh, I'm gonna put myself on registry.
Yeah, for mom.
Or if you like a certain brand of diapers or a certain brand of wipes, and people just like, that's the second one, you never run out of wipes. Like, give me all the wipes in the world. We're using these for years to come.
Get cloth wipes.
Oh, no, thank you. We'll do another video about that. But yeah, so I kind of talked in a loop there.
No, you're good. Just kind of planning ahead, either if you have already 3 kids or if this is your first.
Yeah.
And I think the planning will come naturally to you the more kids you have, because you're like, okay, now we're going to have to see about, am I going to have a baby here while I do breakfast, or am I going to do this? Or, you know, what if it's just you? How are we going to do this? And so luckily, I think this podcast can help navigate you through that journey, whether you're with someone or if you're by yourself. And so, like she said, we're going to make an episode about what you should probably put on your registry. Just some suggestions.
Unsolicited advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And things that we've tried that we're like, maybe you don't really need, but they're nice to have, or you want this because this is a life changer. Don't worry, we've got you covered. But just start thinking about those things, because before you know it, you're going to be 7 months pregnant, and you could go into early labor, and you're like, I don't have a single diaper, or I don't have a bassinet. or whatever you're gonna do. And so just plan. It's really nice when you're I'm the type where I like to plan everything, and then you can kind of just coast. And because if I'm like, I'll stress out if I don't have a plan. And so if I have a plan, I can relax and just enjoy being pregnant and just enjoy being all big and cute. And like, I can take 4 months to organize the nursery instead of 1 week because I waited too long, you know? So stuff like that is really nice. And then lastly, when you find out you're pregnant, there are so many resources for you for pelvic floor therapy or pregnancy nutritional advice. So I think we've all heard the expression of, oh, you're pregnant, you're eating for 2 now. Yeah. And I'm actually in college for this right now, and that's not the case whatsoever. Like at the most your calories ever really go up is like to 400, and that's like a snack. Like a light snack of like something. And so
but everybody makes you feel really good, and they're like, no, it's okay, eat for 2, and then like you just blow up, and it's like
exactly. So having someone who's specialized in that and can even help build you a meal plan of, hey mama, here's a really good thing that's good for you and for baby. Or the pelvic floor therapist, you're gonna go through a lot of growing pains when you start getting a big belly. And so just having someone that says, hey, this is how it's safe for you to work out while you're pregnant, or you're having some tightness in here and here's some exercises that might alleviate some of that pain. And so if you're active duty or even a spouse, like you rate physical therapy. And so you have to get a referral for all of that after you see your doctor and all that good stuff, but it's there for you. And I actually went through it. I went through it before delivery and after. It's so amazing. Like I would have the round ligament pain, and like she would show me some exercises and we would stretch together. I'm like, that feels so much better. Like now I'm just big uncomfortable instead of big uncomfortable and in pain.
I wish I would have known that. I got the yoga ball, but it's not like I'm teaching myself from YouTubing videos on how to do it when I could have just gone to medical and asked for a referral.
Right. So, and it also
didn't even know.
Yeah. But that creates history too. So like if you get out and you decide to do a VA claim because your back ended up getting really crazy, like now you've got a long history of, hey, I went to this therapy and it didn't really help. We thought it was a pregnancy thing, but here we are, you know, it's different. And so it just helps kind of creating that footprint too. But definitely recommend it. It's so nice. They even like when I was getting really big and like the back pain was getting crazy, they even like tape my back with like athletic tape. And so just helping with the support and just so amazing for so many different types of things. And obviously when you have the baby, you know, there's a lot of changes. And so getting back that strength where if you cough, you don't pee your pants. And so that's really nice. Like these are things I don't feel like people really realize. Like I actually have to build back pelvic floor strength because, you know, people are like, oh, you pee when you cough, well, you had a baby, that's normal, move on. But it's like, actually, that's not. Like, it happens, but you shouldn't stay like that. Like, you should rebuild that strength, heal your pelvic floor, so that way you're walking around, you know, you're not in pain, and you can squat freely or you can laugh freely, you know? And so
you can squat freely.
Yes, it's crazy. It really is crazy. People are kind of like, yeah, women have babies, whatever. But it's like, women have babies.
Yeah.
Like, babies, dude. Like, hold up a baby head and then do the size comparison. That's coming out of that.
Yeah.
Like, also, like, you're carrying that for so long. Like, it's just, it's so insane.
It's different when you have one. If you don't have one, then it's like, women have babies every day. Like, it's, yeah. Obviously, it couldn't be that hard. Everybody gets, like, look how many people there are in the world.
Exactly, right. Like, no,
you have no idea.
It's insane. It's such, like, I see memes all the time now, obviously, because I'm a mom, and it's like, if men had babies or gave birth, it's like equivalent to breaking 3 ribs or like whatever, just some really dramatic thing. And it's
3? Only 3.
Yeah. It's just like a very dramatic thing where it's like, I feel like parenthood for the mom is like rarely talked about, and like for the dad it's talked about differently. Like, oh dad, we're gonna go dirt biking, fishing, or like dad, you know? And it's like, hey, I grew you. Grew you. I'm the reason why you had this color eyes. I make sure you're fed, your hair's combed, you're read, your homework's done.
Fix your tone when you talk to me.
I carried you for 9 months. Like, my mom used to say that to me, I took you in this world, I can take you out. And I'm like, that's crazy to say, but it's like, no, I get it. Like, you actually carried me for 9 months.
Yeah, I think I understand it a little bit better now.
It's just insane. Like, it's so amazing too at the end of the day. Like, we start off as just little cells. Yeah. And then we turn into, you know, big old babies and then adults, and it's just like that comes from our body, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've never been one to be like a feminist, but at the end of the day, like when I think about it now, I'm like, that is so freaking cool. Like we're not pumped up enough, like straight up, like
No, not at
we
all.
need hype sessions.
Yes.
Like when you walk out to like a basketball game, you're like, oh, like we need that. Are you kidding me? Like when you come out of the hospital, bro.
I don't need it. I just
Tunnel.
want somebody to be like, okay, you know what? That is hard. And I couldn't do that. So more
Seriously.
power to you. And I'm going to stop saying anything about it. That's what I would rather.
Yeah.
I would rather somebody just be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I can see why you're mad now. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you alone. Instead of being like, why the f are you mad? Like, I don't understand. It was just this. And it's like,
Yeah,
it's like,
seriously.
damn, she is crazy. And it's like, no, I'm just tired. I'm overstimulated. My body's been wrecked. I had to get back into shape and I have to get fat again. I want more of these crumb snatchers. And now I have to go
Yeah.
all through all that again. I'm losing my hair. Did a podcast on that. Like,
Yeah.
like all of this shit is happening. And guess what? I want to do it again. Maybe like 2 more times. Who knows?
You got a
But-
pat on the back and here's some maternity leave and just shh.
Yeah. Oh, how was your vacation? It's like, the fuck?
Oh,
Who took
that's literally
vacation?
like the most like.
Who took vacation?
gut-wrenching
We're
thing, yeah.
surviving over here.
Oh, you mean my recovery time? Oh, when I was getting my nipples sucked on and bleeding. My
Like when my
vacation.
like when my nipples were cracked and I was crying and my toes are curling under because it
Yes.
hurts so bad trying to feed my baby because breast is best and I'm trying to do my best. And-
Yeah. Back when I got 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. My goodness. Those
No.
were the days.
Yeah. I'm lucky if I get 4 uninterrupted. I'm like, wow, that was amazing.
Yeah. Wow. I got such good sleep last night.
Yeah. So maybe that should go into it. When you find out you're pregnant, like it only gets more hectic. Like your schedule only gets more hectic and disrupted, and prepare for that, like seriously.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I think a big thing for me too is I really, really focused on my mental health because I had a lot of trauma growing up and I didn't have a good relationship of like a mom or a dad. And so I was so scared of, oh my gosh, am I going to be a terrible mom? Because I've had such a crazy example. And so really working on that and like preparing my mind to become a mom. And for me, it was a lot of changes like mentally because you're caring for this thing and the thing is
Yeah.
no longer inside you protected. Like you're protecting it against the earth, like just
Like you just
exposed.
had it and the people at the hospital are like, all right, well, you got a car seat? And it's like, yeah, I do. And they're like, okay, bring it in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, is this it? Is this when you're going to let me take it home? I mean, my child home?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's
like,
just-
yes.
it's so different. So just
And then you're like
need to
handling
prepare.
everything. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's amazing. It's life changing.
It is.
Oh, and take all the naps if it's your first one.
Oh yeah.
Take all the naps because you ain't going to get that second one.
Yeah, soak in that pregnancy too, because like I said, if you have the time to read and research or just chill out and relax and enjoy
Yeah.
baby kicking you, I feel like that's so amazing because like you said, like depending on when you have your second one or your third one or whatever, like you might, like for you might have a little toddler running around where you can't just get to hang out with baby in your belly all the time.
The second one hits different.
For real.
but it's fun. So yeah.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Be sure to check out some more of our episodes, and we'll see you next time. Bye. As a reminder, this podcast is not endorsed by the DoD, and everything talked about here is just our personal experiences and opinions.
We are also not medical professionals.